Hey there, welcome to The Hot Slice, the weekly podcast brought to you by Pizza Today magazine. I'm your host, Jeremy White, editor in chief of Pizza Today. I got the dream team here with me, the A team. We got executive editor Denise Greer with a banging background. What's up,
Whoop, whoop.
Denise?
Hello, hello. Yeah, isn't this an awesome poster that
It's
Josh created?
it is
Pretty
awesome.
cool.
Speaking of Josh, we got Josh Cowan who designed this killer poster that's right behind Denise. What's up, Josh?
Hello, guys. Good to see you.
And we've got Miss Kate Lavin, who is brand new to Pizza Today and will be attending her first ever Pizza Expo next month. Super exciting.
So
Glad to
excited for
have
you.
you here. Hey,
Yeah,
Kate.
yes,
I'm more excited for you than anything right now. That's
Me
I
that's
too.
know.
really
That's
Me
so
too.
cool. Me three.
I
Absolutely.
love seeing people's reaction the first couple of days of Pizza Expo. It's always fun.
Yeah,
Yes, I've heard
Denise,
so much.
one of my favorite things about Pizza Expo is when we watch newbies walk in, by
Mhm.
newbies meaning first time attendees, and they just see the sheer size of the show and they didn't really know what to expect. Maybe they've seen some video, they've received some marketing materials or whatnot. They've read about how awesome it is, but they really don't understand. And then they walk in, they see how big the show is, and their eyes get big and their jaw drops, and they're like, oh my gosh. It's like for pizza people, it's Disney World.
I know. And still remember my first show. Like, I remember how impactful that was and how amazed I was by this beautiful industry that just comes together. And it's just such a beautiful event. And it's so fun and energetic. And it really makes you come away like energized and ready to take on the world.
It sure does. So, Kate, you will be attending your first Pizza Expo. We'll talk to you after the show as well. But before the show, what do you think you're in for? What do you think you're going to see?
Oh my goodness. So I talked to show director Bill Oakley while I was getting ready to write the preview for the Pizza Expo preview that is appearing in the March uh, issue of Pizza Today
Uh-huh.
magazine. And wow, he gave me so much great information. He said that there are going to be more than 500 vendors on the exhibit floor. They have everything from food and specialty toppings to equipment and pizza ovens. Anything you need to run your business, any kind of business services, POS systems, third-party delivery apps, just really anything that someone might need to get their business off the ground or take it to the next level. But the thing I'm most excited about is probably to eat some pizza.
Right?
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I wrote this preview, and I know that we're going to cover the educational content, the networking, and the different competitions that are there. But let's see. In addition to the exhibit hall, I just wanted to throw in, ever since I found out about the International um, Pizza Expo, I've just wanted to go. It really did feel like going to Disneyland. I think that was a very appropriate thing to say. And I can't wait to see everything, smell everything, taste everything. Last week, we had a meeting talking about the design of the Pizza Today booth. I think it's going to be
Yeah,
really cool, and I can't wait to meet everybody. So please come by and say hi.
That's a great synopsis.
I
Yeah.
love it.
I'm working on that booth design today. So
Ooh,
I love it. I cannot wait to see what that booth looks like. It's going to be so wonderful. And everybody's going to be able to come in because our whole thing is we want it to be interactive and we want you to be able to experience something while you're in the Pizza Today booth.
and that's where Denise will be sitting in her nice little chair doing the podcast episode, doing the
oh,
Hot
Here
Slice
we go.
podcast.
There's
oh
me up
yeah.
there. No, there's me up
Yeah.
there.
Well, I hope that this poster will end up being part of the Pizza Today booth. But so Denise just alluded to the fact that there are many what we call Easter eggs in this
Yes.
poster. If you really take your time and look closely, you're gonna spot a lot of people you know.
Yeah, so I'll include a link in the show notes, a link to the poster so you can check it out. It's also on social media, so you can
Mhm.
actually comment down below who you see. And it's been really fun to see people recognize folks in this little poster because there's so many like little people, like just little figurines of people that either have been coming to the show for a long time or people always recognize them. So
Yeah.
we kind of put it in there. And so what I envision is we just keep adding to this
Right.
this
That's what I
little
thought about. I was like, we're gonna keep adding people to it every year,
yeah.
and you just kind of keep getting more elaborate.
Yeah, I don't know if I've had as much fun at work as I had the day that we kind of brainstormed on this and we were just throwing out. I don't want to say any names because
Yeah.
I want people to find these Easter eggs
Yeah.
and we
We're
were
like,
like,
let's
hey,
put
let's
this
put
person.
XYZ,
Yeah.
put XYZ, let's
Yeah.
do this, let's do that.
Let's make
And
sure we
that
include
was
this.
so much fun.
Yeah, so good. So good. All right, Josh, let's get into some of the key schedule info. Since this is our preview show for the podcast, let's get into some schedule goodness.
Denise, we have an incredible start to Tuesday. We have James Beard Award semifinalist for Outstanding Chef category for 2025, Miss Sarah Minnick, the owner and operator of Lovely's 50/50 in Portland, Oregon. She's going to bring it. If you haven't seen her episode of The Chef's Table on Netflix, give it a watch before you come to the show. It just might give some context to everything, and it's also a very good episode. On Wednesday, one of my favorite people in the business, Eric Redfield from Camparoso Wood-Fired Pizzeria, who was our 2024 Pizzeria of the Year, will be giving a very inspirational speech or keynote on Wednesday. Bring some tissues. I can imagine he's a great storyteller and he has a lot of great stories and he's very passionate, very, very passionate about the pizza business and his employees. When we were there on site, I've never seen employees like that engaged with an owner before. Like they love him. They absolutely love
Mhm.
him. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to hearing all that stuff.
Yeah, I am too. And Jeremy and I got to sneak off to Lovely's 50/50 when we were in Portland for a conference. We were able to sneak away and try Lovely's, and it was so amazing. And they had a line out the door, and it was what, 8 o'clock at night, Jeremy?
Yeah, yeah.
On like a random Monday or Tuesday.
Mhm.
Like I don't even remember what day of the week it was, but it was early in the week. So it
It
was
was
really
so
fun.
good. I'm so glad we snuck away and took that opportunity. And I regret, and I told Sarah very recently when I was speaking to her, I regret not also partaking in the ice cream while we were there. You notice
Yeah.
while we were waiting on our table, we were looking at the flavors. There was a
Mhm.
honey lavender that was screaming my name. But then, true to Jeremy and Denise form, we didn't just order one or two pizzas. We're like, we've got to try this. We got to try that. Oh, there's
Yeah.
flowers. Let's try this.
I
And
mean,
so we had too much pizza to have ice cream afterwards. So my next trip to Lovely's 50/50, which Lovely's 50/50, it's in the name, we're half pizza, half ice cream. I will definitely partake in the ice cream next visit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's so cool that you booked her to speak even before these James Beard Award semifinalists were announced.
Uh-huh.
And Josh, I'm really excited you gave us a little bit of fun homework to watch that show and get pumped
Yeah,
up for Pizza Expo.
it is so cool. And actually, so this is the second year running that
Yeah.
she's been nominated for Best Chef.
Yeah.
So we're pulling for her to win it all this year. So I'm hoping it gets big with the James Beard because it is such a huge honor to be able to be named even a finalist in a Best Chef category.
so a couple other
Amazing.
big events we got going on throughout the week. We have, if you're arriving early, if you're there on Monday, which most people are getting there on Monday now, or even Sunday at this point, because we have so much going on. The new operator and early arriving attendee reception is the second floor, outside the keynote room W231. And then on Tuesday, we have the Beer and Bull Idea Exchange on the second floor. And if you've ever went to that, that's always a good time. It's a great time to network. You just grab a beer and start chatting with people. It's always fun, and you'll always learn something there. I guarantee it. And then on Wednesday, we have our huge Pizza Expo block party and World Pizza Game Finals. That is one of the funnest nights of the year for me. Uh, just seeing everything come together like that, and it's just so much fun. And seeing the athleticism and those dough tossers. It's quite amazing to see, and it's always very packed and very happening. So, yeah.
Are you ready to elevate your bakeware game? Spokane, Washington-based Lloyd Pans is the trusted name for professionals and home chefs alike. For over 40 years, Lloyd Pans has been creating innovative food service, bakeware, and pizza pans and tools designed to deliver perfect results every time. Whether it's crispy golden pizza crusts or perfectly baked pastries, Lloyd Pans' durable, stick-resistant, and proprietary pan finishes are a game changer. Visit lloydpans.com to explore our full lineup and find your perfect pan today. Need shipping quotes or custom products? Email sales@lloydpans.com for personalized service. Performance Food Service is proud to deliver high-quality products, innovative technology, and custom operational solutions to restaurants of all sizes across the country. The flagship division of Performance Food Group, with deep roots in the restaurant industry, Performance Food Service has been the exclusive distributor of the Roma family of brands for more than 65 years. This signature relationship has allowed Performance Food Service to become a leader in the pizza and Italian segment of food service nationwide. Calling all pizza pros, this is Big Mott's, the first ever premium mozzarella stick crafted with real whole milk mozzarella and a crispy coating packed with fresh garlic, parsley, and real Pecorino Romano cheese. We're not just a mozzarella stick. We're a national brand that partners with restaurants like yours to deliver serious flavor and unmatched quality. And we're here to support you with brand marketing, driving sales, and putting your business on the map. So if you're ready to give your menu a major upgrade, it's time to team up with Big Mott's.
I love it. All right, Jeremy, give us some teasers. You put together a beautiful, awesome lineup with amazing speakers for our education schedule. So what are some things that we got to know about?
Yeah, I'm really excited about the educational lineup. I really put my entire heart and soul into last year for the 40th, and I didn't think we could do any better. And I'm so pumped about this year's lineup. It might be the best ever. I'm really excited. We already talked about the keynotes. They're just going to be so dynamic. We've got some pre-show workshops. Now, those are not included with your Pizza Expo registration. These are an additional fee, but well worth it. They are, multi-hour, typically 4-hour sessions that run around 1 to 5 p.m. on Sunday, as well as 8 a.m. to noon on Monday. And they're well worth the price you pay for them. David Scott Peters, who is just super knowledgeable and has helped so many pizzerias as well as other types of restaurants run their businesses and achieve new heights over the years, is going to do a much needed workshop on how to easily and quickly learn your restaurant's numbers for success. A lot of people get into the business out of a passion for food and cooking, and then they realize they have to deal with numbers. They don't love it. They don't understand it. This is going to give you the tools you need to be really successful if you're not a numbers cruncher. Nick Bogatz is going to talk about, he's going to do a really in-depth workshop. The title is You Opened Your First Pizzeria, Now What? That's on Sunday morning. That's designed to appeal to people who just newly got into the industry. As we all know from our post-show surveys, we have a pretty large number of attendees every year who either have not opened their first pizzeria yet, but are about to, or just newly opened their pizzeria and really need some knowledge. So that's going to be another great one. As far as the seminars, the seminars are going to come free with your Pizza Expo registration. Lars Smith is going to cover writing a business plan. First time we've ever covered that. Thomas Reinhard, who is not only a pizzeria owner but an attorney in Washington State, is going to talk about common legal issues that pizzerias typically face. We've got articles. We've got seminars on supply chain logistics, defining your brand voice, how to sell your pizzeria for top dollar. That's something we often get asked about. Scott Sandler has researched this really in depth and he's lived it. He's going to talk about that. Man, so much. General Mills, some folks from General Mills are leading a Pizza Crust boot camp again. That's always highly popular with attendees. As we know, Denise, from our efforts on pizzatoday.com, if it's dough related, people gravitate to it. Dan Collier is going to do a seminar on how to raise capital for growth. Michael Andrew is going to talk about employee retention. We've got Eric Von Hansen going to talk about how to think like a chef. Just so many amazing topics. I could spend all day. I do want to touch on one more. Wiley Dufresne, who is quite an accomplished chef. You may have seen his appearance on if you watch Hulu, if you watch The Bear, you may have seen his appearance on The Bear. Anyway, he owns an amazing pizzeria now called Stretch in New York City, and he's going to talk about the science of deliciousness. That's a seminar that's going to take place on Wednesday, March 26th from 9:30 to 11 a.m. And he's going to really delve into how a trained chef approaches flavors and combinations to produce an end product that is delicious. And he's going to get to the science as well as the art of it. I know, John Arena just sent me an email yesterday just telling me how super excited he is to sit in on that session and learn. And like John is like he's Yoda, right? If we're talking about the Star Wars universe,
Yeah.
this is Yoda. Like, what else does this guy have to learn? He there's nothing for him to learn. He knows it all, right? But he's
He
like,
was at
no,
the first Pizza Expo. I mean, come
yeah.
on.
Yeah, he says to me, I am so excited to sit in on Wiley's seminar and learn from him. And if John Arena is excited about sitting in on this, I got a
Yep.
feeling everyone else should be too.
Jeremy, you've done a
Oh,
great
yeah.
job with getting a
Thank
bunch of
you.
new speakers this year, and
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the new speakers and to see what they can
Thank you.
bring to the table and all new topics. I think this education schedule. I think you're right. I think it's probably one
Yeah.
of the best ever.
And
Well,
I
thank you
love
for
all
that.
the new
The bottom.
people. It's amazing because we have so many people that come to Pizza Expo every year, and their whole goal is they want to learn something new. So the
Yeah.
fact that we're bringing so many new people to the table, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to listen to them and learn from them too, and get more story ideas.
Yeah, I mean, periodically you have to refresh, right? You have to bring in new voices. And there's a delicate balance because we have speakers who has spoken many times for us historically and have always delivered amazing content and receive amazing reviews from those who sit in on the sessions. And so you want to bring them back, but at the same time, you can't bring the same people back every single year over and over. You have to freshen it up just right. And it's that's a hard balance to achieve. And we did bring in more new faces this year than we typically do, but it's an exciting little refresh. And I think the attendees are going to love the sessions.
Absolutely. All right. So I'm going to talk a little bit about competitions. I'm not going to lead too far into it because you just got to experience the competitions. And what I'll say about competitions is the competitions are not just there for the competitors. They're there for you to watch them compete and to learn from them. So if
Mhm.
you don't know to get to the competition areas, you really need to get to the competition area. IPC this year, International Pizza Challenge, for those who don't know. It is huge. We now have one confined area for International Pizza Challenge with an amazing, huge amount of ovens, and we have more competitors this year than we've ever had. And they're still going into that small 3-day schedule.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a power-packed 3 days over in International Pizza Challenge area. So within the International Pizza Challenge, I will tell you there are 5 categories to check out, and that is our 5 divisions, if that's what we call them. So we have traditional, non-traditional, Neapolitan, pan, and world's best cheese slice. And something fun about the pan division is not only is there a winner advancing to the world's best pizza maker area, but they also give an award for the top Detroit pizza, and that is the Sean Randazzo Memorial Award. And Sean was pivotal in the growth of the Detroit pizza around the country. So it is a nice memory in his honor.
Yeah, may Sean rest in peace. So just a great human being who, in his short time on this earth, in his short time in the pizza industry, left an indelible and lasting mark.
I can't think about Detroit pizza without thinking about Sean and how
No,
humble he was. The most humble person, and
absolutely.
he was such a bright light. And but yeah, I'm glad we're doing something like that.
And we have a lot of this year is like the competitions. We have a lot of competitions because we're bringing back the international Italian sandwich competition. I know that's one of Josh's favorites to
I
get in
love a
on those.
sandwich.
Yeah, get in on those sandwiches. We also have some partner competitions. Um, the California Milk Advisory Board is hosting a California style competition. We also have Daya doing a plant-based competition. So you can look for those specific areas as well. And then we have the World Pizza Games, which is it's such a cool event to see people do the world's largest dough stretch, fastest, the triathlon where they're doing all of the pizza competitions at once. It is such a cool event. And then, of course, culminating with the dough acrobatics, which will blow your mind, Kate, to see each time people dancing and doing these amazing things with dough on a stage. Like it is so powerful.
I can barely stretch dough, much less. I can't imagine doing a flip between my legs with with dough. It's
Ex-
amazing.
Exactly. Well, I think let me flip it to Josh because to talk a little bit more about the World Pizza Games because one of the events is at our big block party, which Josh is going to talk a little bit about. So take it away,
Yeah,
Josh.
everything comes together at the block party on Wednesday night. I'm not sure on the time on that. Katie, could you put the time?
Hi everyone, Katie here, design lead at Pizza Today and podcast editing extraordinaire, here to tell you that the block party is happening Wednesday, March 26th at the World Pizza Games area from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Can't wait to see you there.
But yeah, and it's the World Pizza Game Finals, and we're going to be having throughout Tuesday and Wednesday preliminaries. And if you make it to the finals that night, you're gonna get on the big stage in front of all the people. And then if you win that, you have a chance to go up against the some of the folks that have won before, right? Am I correct on that?
I
Yeah.
believe so.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Masters.
Yeah, you get to go up against some of the masters. So you might be performing two times that night, if you're that good. So it's a lot of fun.
Something I think is so cool about this event is that everything happens right at the convention center. You don't have to go anywhere else. Other events, they might have, nighttime things at a second location, and inevitably you lose people, who peel off to go to dinner. I think it's really neat and says a lot about all of the thought that went into designing this event, that everything happens right there and you're with these people all week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're in
you're
Las
right, Kate.
Vegas, so it's easy to lose people real fast. So,
Oh, so easy. And that's where Bill Oakley is the best in the business. He is a mastermind, and he puts on a master class on how to run an event. He has managed to find a way to keep people on the show floor for 3 days. Right? We have the Megabucks giveaway at the end, things like that that keep people around and keep them on the show floor. And moving the World Pizza Games to the show floor, it's a very, very interesting move. It used to be upstairs in the keynote room, right?
Mhm.
And that was really, really fun. Moving it to the show floor brings an entirely new feel and vibe to it. And to Kate's point, you just feel like you're camping at Pizza Expo, you're glamping at Pizza Expo for 4 straight days, and it's awesome.
What a
Yeah.
dream.
I love it. All right, so let's get into some housekeeping announcements that we need to make sure is out there so that you have the best show experience you can possibly have. And number one on that list is you got to download the app.
Yeah.
Katie, put a little, QR code up on the screen maybe to let people know where to go to get the app. But the app is going to be very important this year because we have gone digital with the show guide. So the show guide is now the app. So you really need to download that. And I would download it as soon as you have heard me say download the app so that you can start planning your trip. And there's some fun interactive features in that app where you can make your schedule, you can meet people, you can set up appointments with exhibitors, you can get in there and really actually do a lot of networking within the app. So it's a big thing this year, and you're going to want to go ahead and download it before you get to the show. That's the one tip I can have for you, because when you have so many people trying to get on the same Wi-Fi and try to download it, it's going to be hard. So one other big tip for you is whenever you fly into Vegas, go get registered, like immediately. Just registrations opened from Sunday. Let's see, our registration starts Sunday at noon to 5 p.m. Monday, they're going from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then 7 a.m. starting Tuesday as far as when the show opens. I can tell you, if you wait until Tuesday morning, you are going to be standing in a very long line.
Right.
So get there early, get your registration. That way you can go up, experience the Monday sessions, and just start the experience early, because it's going to pay off in a major way. Let's see.
Yeah, go
What
ahead.
else you got, Josh?
I was just going to say, downloading that app before you get there and actually making a plan is so important, because when you get there, if you don't have a plan, you can get very overwhelmed very quickly. Like what seminar am I going to go to?
Yeah.
So the app gives you all the access and best way of planning for sure.
And something new this year that I wanted to hit on, that I think is really cool, and maybe I'll be able to do some kind of a video on this later, but there's a new feature on the map where you can actually basically chart your path to a certain exhibitor or a certain place on the show floor. Like if you're trying to get to a competition area or something like that, you can actually like pinpoint it and it will give you a route to get there. So that's kind of new and fun. It's just a neat feature, I think.
We need to have a GPS so they can actually turn left, turn right.
I know, right? I know, because that show floor is so big and we get so many people, especially at the Pizza Today booth, they'll come and they're lost and they don't know. And so just so you know, as you're walking that show floor, each aisle is numbered, each booth is numbered. Just look for those numbers and you can kind of maneuver your way through, is what I always tell people. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. Okay, so a couple of other housekeeping things is we have lots of contests and things that are happening. So we've got our Megabucks, giant Megabucks giveaway that we do every year. So don't forget to get your game piece and go and fill those out, turn it in so that you can maybe win 10 grand?
10 grand,
10 grand. So yeah. And then we also have treasure hunt again this year. And I believe those prizes are they do three $1,000 drawings at the Pizza Today booth. So that's pretty fun. Don't forget that game piece, because you're going to want to go get that filled out so that you can try to win that. The other thing is we're bringing back the Supremely Dressed. So make sure you come in your best pizza outfit, whatever that is. And then you're going to want to post a selfie on Instagram or Facebook using the hashtag Supremely Dressed and tag Pizza Expo. But you can tag us too, because we want to see all the really cute
because that's where we'll do all the judging. So it's very important to make sure that gets on social media if you want to be judged.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to go up on social and it's got to be tagged Supremely Dressed and tag Pizza Expo. So yeah, and you have a chance to win $500 or 200 or to win a $500 gift card or a $250 gift card. So it's pretty awesome. That winner is announced at the block party.
It's so fun. I want to give a shout out to Karishma and Sarah from our Pizza Expo marketing team. Supremely Dressed was their idea. They came with that pitch, and it's been so much fun. So props to Karishma and Sarah for coming up with a really great idea.
Yeah,
absolutely. And then the last thing I will close out on as far as my announcements is make sure you get to the Pizza Today booth. And I'm not going to post the actual booth number here because we may get moved around. So just look on your app for the Pizza Today booth, walk around, you'll find us. We're usually on a back wall somewhere. So just come find the Pizza Today booth and get on the hot slice. Yes, we're going to bring the hot slice back to the Pizza Today booth. Kate and I will be running interviews, and Josh and Jeremy, as they can, running interviews throughout the booth. And Katie will be getting those up on our The Hot Slice podcast.
Yeah, and to our listeners and Pizza Expo attendees, don't be shy about coming up to us and saying, I
Yeah.
would be on the podcast. You may not think that you have a unique story to tell. You may think, okay, I own a pizzeria and so do 70,000 others. But trust me, either what got you into the business or something you're doing that helps your business stay in business and excel, there is something you are doing that's probably more unique than you realize. And you probably do have a great story to tell. And we love meeting new faces and we love being able to tell the story of successful pizzeria owners. So please, by all means, don't be shy. Walk up
Yeah.
to us and say, hey, I would love to be on the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, if you have things that you would like to see in Pizza Today, if you have things that you'd like to see on pizzatoday.com, do not be shy about telling us your story ideas or what you would like to see, because that's what we're here for. We're here to represent y'all.
Yeah.
I say y'all. All right. Okay, so I think we did a pretty good job on our preview show covering
okay.
what's all at Pizza Expo, right? If we missed something, maybe we'll put it in the show notes. But
or we'll do a video of it on social media. So.
Yeah.
That's
Other
right.
than
Hey, the
that,
world's okayest podcast from the world's okayest pizza crew, right?
That's right. The world's okayest pizza crew. We like it. So yeah, we will we'll see you in Las Vegas.
Can't wait.
See you in Vegas.
Hey guys.